If Ashina and the rest of the Uzumaki Clan of the Hidden Whirlpool village were reborn with all their memories and powers, it would very much be a seeming repeat of many of the other scenarios in this series we have covered, especially when speaking either at the clan level or about anyone with sealing or defensive abilities, which could really be taken advantage of when paired with knowledge of the future, allowing them to make great swathing changes and prevent tragedies that befell them originally. But I think in this case, it is magnified a fairly significant amount, like most other things about the Uzumaki, as they'd obviously rewrite and likely idealize the founding of Konoha, the nature and treatment of jinchuriki, and the ultimate outcome and course of ninja warfare and development. Ashina is one of the foremost patriachs of the clan, and a contemporary of the first Hokage, as our point character also makes a lot of sense, as he'd be returning with some pretty supreme knowledge and understanding of Sealing Jutusu from his prior life, which would only be further grown, evolved, and refined with a second lifetime, started at level 100 rather than 0. And it really becomes even more baffling to think about how strong Ashina and the original generations of Uzumaki could become, considering certain factors like the clan's longevity and strong life force, as well as things like the Adamantine chain technique being said to get stronger with time and age. Thus, there would already be many amongst the clan whose chains had been honed over the course of a single lifetime, which in itself would probably birth its own evolution to the technique. Think something along the lines of Yokai like Nekomata and Kitsune evolving after 100 years. And speaking of, having even stronger chains than the ones that could hold down Nine Tails, the Uzumaki of this timeline would be even further established as world superpowers, simply because a single one of their abilities now has a much higher skill ceiling than before. Beyond this, the Uzumaki will be coming back with memories of their destruction at the hands of multiple villages, as well as the secrets of the tailed beasts, a great deal of which could also help them identify the future threats imposed by conspiring organizations like the Akatsuki under Zetsu's influence, or even Kata. As a result, I think Ashina would set his sights higher and become a more proactive character, possibly taking on a campaign to unite the Land of Fire himself and conscripting the likes of Madara, Hashirama, and possibly even the younger brothers, including Itama, considering the Uzumaki clan's ability to heal severe injuries as well, putting an earlier and more peaceful end to the Uchiha Senju rivalry, and establishing the Leaf as the first members of the Whirlpool Alliance. The end goal being to become a more neutral and diplomacy-based organization like the Samurai. As a result, the ninja world itself would likely remain at least somewhat more peaceful, especially for the Uzumaki, as they thrive and likely continue to spread out amongst the world a bit more organized and welcomed by all. Meanwhile, I think it's possible that the use of tail beasts as weapons wouldn't become all that popular, and instead it will be negotiated with the tail beasts to serve a kind of role like deities, or more like guardians of great power in a way, forming sources of clean free energy the entire world utilizes fairly through complex Uzumaki seals, while the Uzumaki themselves would become a clan almost regarded like magic wielders, whose sole purpose and dedication would often be acting like stewards or sages of the shrines to these beings, allowing the tailed beasts to go into a more peaceful existence as almost myths or legends, the ninja world only falling back into ruin and endless cycles of hatred and pain should the importance of the tale of Ashina and the Uzumaki be fully forgotten by the presumably more secretive ninja of the modern day in such a timeline. But that may genuinely be a Naruto what if story of its own for another time.